Good morning, Kings Academy. Today is September 25th, 2014. I'm Abby Vicari.
And I'm Lindsay Anderson. We have an exciting edition of the Nightly News for you today that will feature both local and national news stories, as well as important campus reminders.
Plus, we have a special Throwback Thursday video for you that will feature old school photos of one of our favorite teachers. You're not going to want to miss a thing. The Nightly News starts now.
Oh, is this a new video?
One of today's top national story involves students walking out of class holding protests, but it's not exactly what you would think. At a private school outside of Denver, students are not protesting dress code rules, long school days, or a few lunch options. They're protesting a new curriculum change. The school board is trying to implement a policy that bans all topics involving civil disobedience from their curriculum. That's right, this would mean the teachers could not lecture on topics like the Boston Tea Party, the women's suffrage movement, civil rights movements, or the work of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The school board believes that such topics of protest and disobedience should not be condoned in the classroom. They feel that students should be taught to respect authority and not rebel against it. And this is what makes the whole situation so ironic, because the school has inadvertently caused their own campus-wide protests and walkouts. In a statement from a junior, he said, "It's gone bad. The school board is insane. You can't erase our history. It's not patriotic. It's stupid." And that's just one of the many students to publicly criticize the board's decisions. Parents are even joining in protest. It's definitely an interesting situation that has passionate advocates on both sides.
Well, Abby, that's not the only news to spark national debate this morning. President Obama is the center of today's newest controversy. While President Obama exited his presidential helicopter this Tuesday, he saluted two Marine guards with a paper coffee cup in his hand. It caused quite a stir on social media. Many people are divided. Some are saying that it was an insensitive and disrespectful act towards all those that volunteer themselves in service to our country. Others, however, are unoffended and state that the situation has been blown out of proportion. Either way, this does not help President Obama's image, which in recent reports has been sliding. According to Gallup's most recent report prior to this social fox pause, his approval rating was at 43%. It won't be a surprise if it slips even further. It may be an interesting conversation to have with your home group. Do you think the whole controversy is overblown, or do you agree that the president was being insensitive and disrespectful?
Now, moving closer to home, a local story making news takes place across the bay from us in Richmond. In this unique story, an Italian restaurant owner, David Sedatini, is asking customers to write him negative reviews on Yelp, the customer review site. You've heard me right. He wants negative reviews and ratings. In fact, he'll give you a 25% discount off your meal if you give him a 1-star rating on the review site. In a counteractive move, Sedatini is trying to demonstrate how unreliable the site is by having people basically bash his restaurant. His request is being honored, and the reviews are thoroughly entertaining. Take, for instance, the review left by Mountain View resident Ashton T., who said, "I've never eaten here and I hate it, and I'm planning to bring my entire family this week so we can experience the loathsome hovel in person and properly register our disdain." Or what about the review from Shelly G. from San Diego, who commented, "This terrible customer service, they won't deliver to San Diego. Weather is hoping that Sedatini's plan works and he doesn't accidentally backfire on him, sorry.
Now let's see what important news are happening today here on campus. Aisha, what date reminders do you have for us?
Good morning, Kings Academy. I'm Aisha Maheshwari, here to highlight a few items from the daily announcements that are taking place today. But before we do, I know you junior hires are all excited to hear about who is today's home group winner of the Innisbrook Weekly Fundraiser Challenge. This week's winner is Miss Thomas's 7th grade girls. Congratulations! You will have a Psycho Donut Party. There is still one last chance to win fabulous treats, so get out there and sell. Mandarin and Chinese culture clubs and the NJS NJHS members, you have meetings today during lunch. The Mandarin Club will meet in P15 and NJHS members will be in P1. Also, juniors and seniors, if you are hoping to get help on your college application, stop by the library computer lab today during lunch to get free help. And I hope everyone saves room for dessert because today is the last Teen Challenge Bake Sale. You can find all the yummy treats in the quad. Later tonight at 7 p.m., freshmen, you will be having a college night in the W building. Be sure to make it out. Also, we have several home sporting events happening tonight. Girls varsity tennis, junior high boys A and C flag football teams all have home games. If you are interested in attending the game or finding out more about any future on-campus events, make sure to check out the daily bulletins posted around campus. I'm Aisha Maheshwari. Back to you, Abby and Lindsay.
Oh, well, thanks, Aisha. Well, those Psycho donuts sure are good. Junior hires, make sure you sell to win that Psycho donut party. Before we end the show, we are going to be featuring a fabulous story from our very own Michelle Hong, who went and interviewed one of our beloved teachers here on campus. We'd like to highlight some of his awesome baby pics. So, Abby, let's check out which photo. Oh, man. Well, before we do that, we're going to check out some of the awesome fan photos of the week.
Well, Lindsay, our first two photos come from Kelsey Hagan. It looks like the band family is excited about their new uniforms, and I agree they look nice. Here's another photo of the band team working hard this last weekend. Well, the band team isn't the only team working hard. Check out the photo from Zach on the water polo team after they won their match 27-5. Yeah, boys. Very impressive. Keep up the good work.
Well, now let's check out that video we've been alluding to, which features some vintage throwback photos of a teacher here on campus. For more details, let's go to our field reporter, Michelle Hong.
Good morning, TKA. I'm Michelle Hong, and it's Throwback Thursday. Today we'll dive into the life of Mr. Weiss. So let's go in, shall we?
Hi, I'm Mr. Weiss. I graduated in 1993 from Prospect High School.
I sat down with Mr. Weiss, the pre-calculus teacher, and he let me know what kind of teenager he was.
I was a pretty quiet student. I mean, I sat in the back of the classroom, just worked hard, tried to do my best, at school, academically. I like to play sports, so I would play a lot of sports. I like video games. I remember getting one of the first Nintendo consoles and just, playing that all the time. So, yeah. I had my sports side and I had my nerdy side. So somewhere in between, I guess.
I walked around campus with some of Mr. Weiss's throwback photos to see if students could identify who he was.
Ooh, he fine. Kind of looks like a guy from One Direction.
It's not One Direction.
Oh, that's sexy. Sexy. Cute, doglicious, wannabe hipster. He's a sporty kid?
All right, he's a stud. Does that say Prospect?
Yep, that's Prospect High School.
Who is that?
Oh. Looks like Nick from New Girl. Have you seen New Girl?
I bet it's a teacher. It's Mr. Jocelyn.
Is that Patrick? It looks like Harrison's brother.
A dog lover.
This is from the 80s? What are you?
Mr. Party. Mr. Efting.
What if I told you it was Mr. Weiss?
But wow.
Who's Mr. Weiss? What? No. Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! This is Weiss. This is really awkward. He's an attractive person. I love Mr. Weiss. I hope he did not take any of those to heart. Okay. All right. Great.
Mr. Weiss with hair.
He looks good.
He played football.
Whoa. He went to Prospect?
No. You're gonna be so surprised. That's Mr. Weiss. Yeah. That is Mr. Weiss.
So tell me, how are you feeling right now, Ina?
Very conflicted.
Do you feel like your whole life is a lie?
It is a lie.
The entire life?
It's all a lie. I don't know what to do with myself anymore.
I hope you've enjoyed this segment of Throwback Thursday with Mr. Weiss. I'm Michelle Hong reporting for the Nightly News.
I definitely didn't recognize Mr. Weiss. Wow, thanks, Michelle.
Well, that concludes today's episode of the Nightly News. I'm Lindsay Anderson.
And Abby McCary. Have a great day.